little known fact about me is I grew up in a mixed household. My mom's a Democrat and my dad's a Republican. And they used to debate the issues across the dinner table like this the entire time when I was a kid. I have a lot of friends who only came to my house for dinner once. And I liked it. I enjoyed listening to my parents do this. And they've been married for 59 years. It was always a debate about means, not about ends. And you needed to bring your A game if you were going to play at our table. And sometimes I thought my mom was right, sometimes I thought my dad was right. That had a lot to do with why I knew I would spend time at some point in my life doing something in the public sector, because it was important to them, which made it important to me. And I spent most of my career, I'm an former elected local official in Swampscott. I think I'm the only Republican who's ever won the town of Swampscott in a statewide race. It's a very democratic town. I spent 8 years working in a Republican administration and a legislature that was dominated by Democrats. I spent most of the rest of my professional career in healthcare, which I never really asked, but if I did, I'm pretty sure most of the folks that I worked with in healthcare were either Democrats or independents. There's not a lot of Republicans there either. I've never had trouble working with pretty much anybody when it comes to sort of developing an agenda, engaging in the back and forth that's always part of the public process, and landing in some place where we have an opportunity to get stuff done. And I actually think in some respects that my checkered past would actually be an advantage. I say that I'm chasing 100% of the vote, and I'm only sort of kidding. I think if you win, you actually are supposed to represent 100% of the people, so it's probably a good idea to get a sense of what they all care about. I would argue that my coalition, the people who've come out and supported me, the people who've come to my events, the people who've done meet and greets and all the rest for me, cut all the way from Tea Party folks to Democrats. I mean, I've got a very broad coalition of support. I got 84% of the vote, 85% of the vote at the Republican convention, which is the annual or the every 4-year gathering of party activists. There are a lot of people who are part of that group who supported me, who are Tea Party people. There are a lot of people who aren't Tea Party people, who are just Republicans. And I think the big pole in the tent is the fiscal discipline stuff. Is what are you going to do to make sure we hold the line on taxes and spending? What are you going to do to make sure that cities and towns get the local aid that they need to be successful? What are you going to do to make sure that we are getting value for our dollar? And that's something that I think pretty much everybody, not just in the Republican Party, but most independents and a lot of Democrats are doing that.